We've got a cool video today. I've got a Casio Oceanus to share with you guys. Before we jump into that though, I want to give you a wrist check. I am wearing the Bling Master 5000 gold tone, fully stainless steel metal G-Shock. This is one of the most enjoyable watches that I own, and my wife calls it my stupidest watch. She actually, she doesn't like this one, but I really enjoy wearing it. Today we're looking at a different Casio, and one that I find very interesting, very compelling for a couple reasons. This is the newest Oceanus. Now, a few things I love about this, and that is going to be the finish work on the case. It is almost, it's just next level. I was going to say it's almost Grand Seiko-like with just how sharp the lines of delineation are. The brilliant polishing, the fine brushing, the angles, the light play in natural light. I think the finish work here is really just about the best you can get at the price point. It's actually surprisingly good, and if we go into the dial, you'll find other nice details. Now we have a sapphire crystal, and if you look at the chamfered outer edge, it carries kind of this blue hue or this blue ring around the perimeter that I find very attractive. And if I get the watch in the right light like this, you can see the sunray bluish purple hue of the dial. And if you go up really close, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, we have concentric circle guilloche texturing. Now look at those indices. Those indices float over the inner portion of the dial. That's a nice detail, something that I like seeing. And the indices really grab light. They've got polished chamfered inner facets and then linear striations on the top, and then generous amounts of luminescent formula on the outer edge where the chapter ring is. So the dial looks beautiful. The case is beautiful. The crystal is beautiful, and then the movement inside is one of Casio's tough multi-band 6 movements, excuse me. And it does have the added feature of being Bluetooth compatible as well. So you've got a tough movement, very accurate, very nice case and dial details. There is a lot to like at the price point. There are a couple other letdowns as well, as in my opinion. If we look at the handset, it doesn't quite feel as substantial as what I'd like to see here. They look adequate. They just don't wow like the rest of the elements of the dial, the indices, the case, and all that. If we look at the bracelet's finished well. You've got polished chamfered edges in between the links, nice brushing. If we look at the clasp, you have a milled out clasp and a dual push button opening enclosure right there. So, I mean, it looks good, but I will say the bracelet is more of a letdown, in my opinion, than not. So if I move it, you can kind of see and feel and hear the classic cheap rattle of like a Seiko, you know? It doesn't quite inspire the confidence and the wow pop factor of the case, the dial, the indices, and that sapphire crystal. So it's a very cool watch. It's got some nice elements, packs some punch at the price point, certainly, but it is in no way a perfect watch. You know, there are some things that could be improved, namely the bracelet and the handset, in my opinion. If we turn the watch over, I'll give you a look at the case back just as we close the video, where you guys can see the light etching over the brushed, sterile case back. All the details and specifications are displayed. So overall, a very fun piece. Big thank you to Robert of the Random Rob channel for lending it in. This has been very enjoyable, and I have been surprised as I've spent a couple weeks with this watch, just noticing the little things like those indices and the concentric circle texturing, the blue ring, and of course that very sharp case finishing. So certainly it's an attractive watch. I don't think it's for everybody, but it does make a really good grab and go watch, an accurate, tough beater watch that carries some more finessed and nuanced elements. Again, not perfect, but very compelling. So big thank you to Robert. Big thank you to you guys for taking the time to watch. I really do appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.